Oh man. Yeah, I really like that one. That one was awesome.
Yeah, he's always struck me as kind of like a nice mix between blues and country.
Yeah, for sure.
And if I'm going to listen to country, that's the kind of country I like to listen to.
Yeah.
Um, Man, the guitar is just kicking all the way through it.
Oh yeah.
I like that. He's kind of his vocal in there kind of reminds me of like old time Travis Tritt.
Okay.
If you ever listen to his music, it's makes me want to go out and drink a beer, eat some barbecue, and go out and party in a field or something.
Hell yeah. And I never realized how much his voice, because usually he does very acoustic music, and I never realized how much his voice lent to that really like up-tempo rock and roll kind of sound until he did that tune with Bruno Mars. And Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, Blow.
Yeah, and that one was really interesting too because it was like it wasn't really like any of their styles, but when they went together, they all worked really well on it.
Yeah, they made a rock and roll song. Is what they did, and this is it's a different vibe than Blow.
For sure.
But he's definitely it's blues. It's got the 12 bar all the way through it.
Well, and that piano part at the end was just kicking.
Should have been a little bit higher in the mix, I thought. I wanted to hear more of it because I was like, oh, there's piano, but I want to hear him pounding it.
It's a little hidden. I think that if you were in the room, they just like kicked out the stool and were really hammering on it.
Right.
But yeah, I think, man, that was really cool. And because I've listened to Chris Stapleton since Parachute was a big hit in like 2016.
Great song.
Yeah,
not as good as this one though. I don't think.
but it was my introduction to him, and I really liked everything off of Traveler. I thought that From a Room was not quite as good. There were only a couple of tunes that I liked, and it was a double album, so that batting average isn't super great.
Right.
But then that song with Ed Sheeran and Chris and Bruno Mars came out. As well as when you started showing me Steel Drivers as well.
Steel Drivers.
Which
it's
I
a little bit more reserved. It's, more of a bluegrass band, the Steel Drivers. But boy, he can write a song and he can sing the hell out of it too.
Boy, howdy.
Yeah.
But yeah. So my final tune is by a band that I've been following for a few years, and they're still pretty small. They're out of Philadelphia. They're called Tiny Human. And I found them on Reddit. They I think that they were the ones that posted their song to one of the subreddits that I was looking at the time. And I thought that it was really cool. So I actually, because they were such a small band, I reached out to them and kind of like talked to one of their guys on Reddit for a little while, and we just kind of talked about like, oh yeah, they're from Philadelphia. I was like, oh, are you guys?
Thank you, Philadelphia.
Yeah, right. And I was like, and I just talked to them about like, are you guys self-produced or whatever? I don't think that they were, but they were very small at the time. They've had a couple more tunes recently, but this is a song from 2016 off of their EP Drift called Stay Awake.